It's very simple. It's what the American people wanted.
So obviously a lot of what we're talking about here is about immigration, migration, illegal immigration, borders, nation states, all of those things. And what right do we have, what duty do we have to defend our countries, to say this is how we want to live and we will not allow this type of person to come in and wreck it and everything else. And then, of course, as it pertains to this incoming Trump administration, there is a very wide tent. So you have sort of the America First version of that, which is people that just want American jobs for Americans. And now the wide tent has welcomed in some of the tech people, the Elons, the David Musks, the Vivek Ramaswamy types, who are interested in the HB1 visa, which allows people, it's often people from India, to come in, engineers, really hyper-qualified people to come in and do American jobs, come to America and do American jobs, and then often become American. Here's Charlie Kirk, who comes from the deep Trump America First base. Here he is on that.
This is a violation of our social contract. And it sounds good. Let's just let more H-1B workers in. But what about the 23-year-old that went to University of Washington and studied computer science at the UW Computer Science Department? Shouldn't he be given preference above someone who could do the work for far less? It is about priorities, and it's not about what Charlie Kirk wants. It's not about what other people want out there. And I have friends on both sides of this debate. It's very simple. It's what the American people wanted. And the American people overwhelmingly voted for less immigration and the prioritization of the American children and the American worker, not the American oligarch.
Yeah, I'm with Charlie on that completely. That is not to say you don't let anyone in. And that isn't to say, boy, there is some specific job where we can't find enough qualified Americans and we have to bring someone in. But we know that think of every institution has been broken over the last decade, 2 decades, whatever it is. So clearly the H-1B visa program should be looked at again. And are we doing this properly? And is it causing us to bring in a whole bunch of people who we can pay less rather than hiring that 23-year-old kid who was a computer science major who worked hard, did everything right, and now he can't get the job or he has to take less money because we let all these people in. Anyway, it's highly complex. And then just watching everybody over Christmas fight about this, I was just like, man, I am not going to get involved in that. But I think it's now this is going to be one of the challenges of the year. This is what I mentioned at the top of the show, is that I think one of my challenges and one of my goals with this show over the year is going to be to consistently be trying to make sure that when things start getting a little haywire and, oh my God, it seems like Charlie Kirk is taking a position against Vivek. And it was like, well, this is a wide freaking tent. And it's not going to be easy all the time to get all of these people to come around and hug and play kumbaya and all that. I'm going to do my best to make sure that we can keep doing that, because that is the thing that I actually think is truly America First. Now, Elon got in on this fight too, and that's what really caused it to go completely insane. He wrote this: "The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Take a big step back and F yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." Now, I do want to say, you guys know I'm a big fan of Elon. I think he's done unbelievable work. The F comment right there, probably not the wisest, because right now he does represent the administration, whether he's fully in the administration or whatever his actual connections are with Doge and everything else. It's like, maybe that was a bit much. The deep state strikes back with a clear message to create nuclear war as Trump transitions into office. It's confirmed NATO fires missiles into Russian territory, forcing Putin to the brink of nuclear war. We haven't been this close to World War III since the Cuban Missile Crisis, and folks, Putin does not mess around. If global disaster strikes, are you prepared? 90% of medications come from overseas. You need to cover the bases for your family's medical needs and prepare for any type of medical catastrophe. And the wellness company's emergency kits are your best defense against the unexpected. Packed with life-saving medications like ivermectin, Z-Pak, amoxicillin, and more, these kits combat bacterial infections, staph, bite wounds, UTIs, strep throat, and respiratory illnesses. Each kit includes their medical board-approved guidebook that walks you through how to treat different emergency scenarios. Ordering your prescription emergency kit is easy and fully digital. Answer a couple questions after checkout, and your kit is delivered to your front door. Don't wait until a disaster strikes. Act now by heading over to twc.health/Rubin and use code Rubin to save up to $60 off plus free shipping. Again, that's twc.health/Rubin and use code Rubin to save up to $60 off plus free shipping. Kits available only in the US of A.